So, and I got to thank you guys. Because, man, I swear, 90% of you I see every time I stream. And you know what? That is just the sweetest thing imaginable. It's like we have a little community here talking horror. And, man, I just love that. I love that about you guys, It's so, that's what makes me look, because I'm not going to lie. Like, I get a little bit of anxiety. Do any of you guys, let's get real for a sec. Do any of you guys have anxiety, for whatever reason? Just stuff like that should leave your head, it stays there and you can't like get it out of your head, and you have to it's a process. You got to work yourself through it. Do any of you guys have that? I do get that sometimes. I get the anxiety, especially when I have something coming up, when I have to get organized, and I don't like winging things, even though I've done it before. I'm sure I have, but when I'm doing these live streams, I like to have an agenda for you guys, right? And I can become my own worst enemy, and sometimes it gets to me, and I start almost hyperventilating, and but as soon as I see your pretty faces, then I start calming down a little bit. But I've had friends that they can stream all day and it doesn't bother them at all. But yeah, it's something I've always dealt with, not just streaming, but there's been times where I've had I've went a couple weeks without even recording. Just sometimes getting behind that camera is tough. You'd think after freaking 9 years, getting behind the camera wouldn't be, and really it isn't, because once I'm behind it and I'm talking, I'm good. It's getting to it that's always the issue. So, yeah, I mean, anxiety, it's it can really get, and I'm seeing some of you guys in there. I saw Chris say it. It's Nikki YouTube says it. Yeah, I mean, I think we all have our little issues that we deal with from time to time. But just so you guys know, I get it too. I can be fully prepared for something and still have anxiety, Even when I was in the military and I took public speaking, I took a public speaking class. It was like torture. Every time before a speech, I would just, oh my God, I would start freaking out. It's brutal. It's brutal. And it feels like it never ends. It feels like it never ends. It's something you always have to work through. And I guess ironically, what helps me work through it is just diving in, right? Just forcing myself to do whatever task I need to do. I just jump right in, So, yeah, it'll start you off with a little bit of anxiety talk. I get it too, guys. Jesus. Chris says, I personally try to isolate myself when I'm in a bad headspace. It helps calm me down. Yeah, that, you know what? And that's another thing too. When you get in a bad headspace, something that could happen in your life that puts you on kind of a downer. And sometimes it's tough to get out of that headspace, So you would think, and you could talk to a friend, and your friend from the outside looking in, they could tell you, oh, dude, don't worry about it, man. Nobody cares. At the end of the day, nobody cares. People care about you, but the thing that you're hung up on, to other people, it might look silly. At the end of the day. But it's a head game, And I've talked about the YouTube mindfuck. I've talked about that before too. YouTube is another whole, if you are seriously into YouTube, it can really screw with your head sometimes. It really can. You can, I'm just laying it all on the table for you guys right now, right? Okay? I like being real with you guys and talking with you guys. And as a person who's done YouTube for 9 years, you can have a good run. I'm getting I'm getting good views for 5 videos in a row, right? And then that next video can go down the toilet, and it'll fuck you up. It's like that old adage, right? You never remember your praises and your attaboys. You always remember the losses in your life, right? No matter what it is, you always remember the losses seem to weight heavier on you than anything else, And it's like you go up this little mountain And then you have one little loss and it just like throws you right off the cliff. And you got to like talk yourself into it again. Yeah. So, yeah, Nikki, man, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. It's, we all deal with it, right? And I think anxiety, you can try to find the good in it. That just means you're trying, you know? If you're just sitting back and doing nothing, then maybe you won't get anxiety. But if you're constantly pushing and constantly grinding, and, you know, you're just trying to climb whatever ladder you're trying to climb, then anxiety is just part of that recipe. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, yeah. Shake some ass to Come On Eileen next time you're feeling down. It helped. That is a good song. Guys, that's a good question. What is a song that you put on that gets you out of a mood, that gets you out of a funk? Is there a song? I'm going to tell you mine. I'm going to tell you mine. You're going to laugh at me. I'm going to tell you mine. You're going to laugh at me, though. You know what? I'll play it for you. Fuck it. Here we go. Hold on. What's up, guys? You are at the end of the DD Live clip. What I do is I like to clip these out if I think the topic is important or something that's newsworthy. So thank you for watching, and if you want to watch more, you can go over here, you can go over here, click on one of those, and hopefully I can do this for 20 seconds, which I think I did. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys.